Yo, it's your boy Straight Cash coming to you guys today with another video of those 3, or I should say 9 flamers. You know what I mean? WNBA edition, man. What I'm here to do, man, is like I said, I told y'all last video, I'm gonna start incorporating 3 different tiers. Is the studs, the medium tier, which is like 7,000, 6,000, something like that, and then the low tier, which is like 3,000 to 4,000. We gonna go there, and we go from there. As always, comment, like, subscribe, share this video, as we continue to grow the Cash fam. And, let's get with it, man. Let's get with it. Still, as you can see, follow your boy on Twitter at Chester_native. Spelling is in the description. Man, let's get to it, man. With that being said, let's start off with the low tier. Like I said, that's anywhere from 3. We're gonna go anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 for the low tier. We like Miss Sophie Cunningham, man. Her minutes have been up and down. She's been getting 8 to 21 minutes. Her minutes been going up and up lately. She really hasn't been doing anything with it, but if you look against New York, she's almost a fantasy point per minute. They gave her 15 last time, and she got 13 fantasy points. So she's a good low tier option that is like a salary saver that you could plug in there, man. And DVP is okay, and she's averaging about 13 minutes a game. She gets about 13.41 usage, and she's averaging about almost 5 fantasy points per game. And, I think she gets more than that. I think she gets about a good 10 to 15 fantasy points tomorrow. Next up, man, Miss Brooke McCarthy-Williams. They've been giving her more minutes. They gave her more minutes last game and gave her 22. And in a close game, and she got 16 back. I really feel as though they're going to trust her and give her more minutes this game as well. She's averaging about 9 minutes. I would say almost 10 minutes. And I think they're going to give her way more minutes than they that she's averaging. So that's a good little into it. Next up, man, Mr. Sutu Ndor. Like I said, she's been coming back. She's working her way back from being out. She was across seas, playing ball across seas. So she's working her way back, getting back acclimated with the team, and she's been producing, man. So she is definitely a lineup filler for 5,500. As long as she's this price, I say lock her in. Y'all know what she can do. Both games to back, she played 32, got to a 25, played 25, got to a 25. So I would say she's good for a 25. Just go from there. And let's get to our mid-tier, which is Miss Kayla McBride. Miss Dewana Bonner. No, this is our high tier. Miss Dewana Bonner. I'm going out of order. This is the high tier. I have them, saved. I had to take a screenshot of them to remember. I'm doing a lot of things. But with that being said, let's get to the high tier, man, and that's Miss Kayla McBride. Miss Kayla McBride, she's been balling out, man. She's been getting over a fantasy point per minute in games recently, and she's been in 4 perfect lineups so far this season. So, and they're playing Chicago, man. Chicago, she's over a fantasy point per minute player, regularly. So I really think that she should definitely do what she needs to do. And that DVP against that G1, man, the G1s do what they need to do. They're averaging, the pace is in her favor. She's averaging 30 point, Chicago has given up 30.6 fantasy points, so that's almost 31 fantasy points already. Chicago has given up 5 assists per game. And they're giving up 5.3 field goals per game, so I say lock her in and forget about it. She's averaging 17, almost 18 real life points, almost 5 rebounds, almost 4 assists, two blocks and 2 steals in 31 minutes. She impacts the game 11%. Her usage is 22.99, which is 23%. She averages about 1.5, almost fantasy points per game. And right now she's averaging 32.60 fantasy points per game. And her home and away splits are good too at 27%. So if they're giving away 31 fantasy points already and she averages 32, I think she sees a 40 or something in this game as well. Next up, Miss DeWanna Bonner. Miss DeWanna Bonner, they got the little snowflake against her because she should be doing way better than what she's doing. Last game, she put up a 54. This is the last game that Tarazi and Brittany Griner should be out, I think. So I definitely think that you can definitely get your money's worth out of her right now. She does what she wants to this New York squad. And I'm going to really be picking on New York and Chicago tomorrow, man, because they just like, I don't know, their squads, I don't know, they just can't get right in WNBA or in NBA. Well, I haven't seen what they're going to look like in NBA this year yet, but last year and the year before that and the year before that, man, that forward position, that guard position does what they want. They got her as a forward, but that's because she's a switch player. She can play 2 positions. She averages 15.2 real life fantasy points, almost 9 rebounds, almost 2.5 assists, almost 2 steals, blocks. She averages 33.3 minutes. She impacts the game 10%. Usage is 27.23. She's about a fantasy point per minute player. And she's averaging 32.70 fantasy points, so about 33 fantasy points. And her home away splits are awesome, 33.65. The pace differential is in her way, going her way. Yeah, man, say lock her in. Last but not least, Miss I Gets Busy. Miss Della Dime, man. She pretty much does what she wants to do to any team, man. She's been in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 perfect lineups, man, this season. And going against Indiana, she's over a fantasy point per minute player. And that's been for years. She's over a fantasy point per minute player against all squads, I think. She just I get busy. That's what I call her. She got you 32 minutes last game. Last time she played him and got you a 35. Like I said, man, over a fantasy point per minute, walking double-double. She averages 18.2 points, 7.4 rebounds, almost 2 assists, almost 1 steal, 1 block, 31.2 minutes, impacts the game 14%. Her usage is 21.64. She averages about almost 1.5 fantasy points per game. Right now she's averaging about 32 fantasy points per game. Her home away split is awesome, 40.15. Indiana has already given up 32.6, so 33 fantasy points to forward starters to that F1, and 7.1 rebounds to that F1, and giving up 6 field goals per game to that F1. And if you look at her numbers, she averages 7.4 rebounds, so that 7.1 is right there along her average, so they're going to let her get her average. So all the ones that she would be scrappy for is just extra. They average 33 fantasy points. She's averaging 32 fantasy points. So if I see a big game tomorrow, like I said, if you look at the past, she gets 59s, 40s, 44s, 43s, like 56s, 46, 49, 44, 56. Like I say, lock her in and forget about it, man. Last but not least, man, we're going to go to our mid-tier. And here's our mid-tier. Miss Yvonne Turner, Jackie Young, and Meesman. Here's our mid-tier people, man. Yvonne Turner, Jackie Young, and Emma Meesman. As you can see, they're about 7,200 to 6,700, 7,800. Those are the mid-tier, man. I see Miss Yvonne Turner, man. They've been trusting her, giving her these minutes since Tarazi is out. And, you know, they give Lilani Mitchell and Yvonne Turner those minutes, man. And they gave her 29 minutes. They've been giving her about 29 to 31 minutes. She's been in 3 perfect lineups. I know you're like, damn, Cash, man, she's like under a fantasy point per minute. But that's good because that's the sneak attack. It's going to keep a lot of people off of her, and then she'll be able to do what she do. I think she has a big game tomorrow. I think she sees about 30 fantasy points. They got her at about 24.31, but I think she sees about 30. Everything is good. I'm not going to go into their stats. You can see them right here. Next up, Miss Jackie Young, man. Miss Jackie Young, she's been doing her thing. They've been giving her 30 minutes consistently, and she's been turning in numbers, man. Last game against Chicago, she played 20, got you 23, played 17, got you 15. They got her at about 23 today. I think she definitely does what she is. If you look at her stats, here goes her stats right here. Last but not least, Miss Emma Meesman, man. She's over a fantasy point per minute player. And that's against any squad, as you can see right here in these numbers. Since she's been back, she's been over a fantasy point per minute player. Against Indiana, her whole career, she's killed them. She averages, look at her averages, and her numbers are going up. Her minutes are going up. Yeah, man. With that being said, those are the 9 flamers. And I'm not going to put 9 flames in the video description. But you all know what it is, man. As always, man, shout out to the new subscribers, man. Shout out to the new family members, I should say. Shout out to all my family members. I rock with y'all because y'all rock with me. As always, comment, like, subscribe, share this video as we continue to grow the Cash fam. It's your boy. Oh, one more thing. Follow your own gut. Do your own research. You got an optimizer. Use your optimizer. My optimizer is LineStar app. And they're the best optimizer, man. Holla at them boys, man. Get over there on Twitter. Follow them, you know what I mean? Tag them and all of the things. And, man, when y'all win, man, tag me, man. Cash fam. Hashtag Cash fam. Tag me, Chester_native. You know what I mean? So I can, start, enjoying, what you guys doing. Those flamers the other day went off, man. If you went with what I gave you, they went off, man. I cashed. I'm going to post some of them, some of them things. I didn't cash real big. I think that's coming today. But I didn't play big either. I put $5 and like 50 cents in just to, run a couple dollar lineups. I turned it into, I think, $28. So, that's just what it is, man. I should have played bigger, but I'm going to play bigger today. And, takedown coming soon. Takedown almost happened last night. I think I came in like 8th. But, yeah, man. Show me. I mean, if you guys are winning, man, come on. Tag me in them. Tweet them out. Yeah, man, follow your own gut. Use your own lineup. Take some out if you don't like what you see. Put some in. Experiment. See what your optimizer gives you. And definitely, man, hopefully I see you guys in the green. It's your boy once again, Straight Cash shining out. Let's get this money. Keep cashing, DFS.